Okay guys, good evening and welcome to the Eldar Sim Racing. Yes, that is right, it is Friday night, and what more do you want on a Friday night? You know, it is WTSC and it is round number 4 here at Kyoto. I believe that's pronounced Yagamia. I'm not too sure with my Japanese, but yes, it's the legendary Hoppers in the commentary box as per usual, and we are hopefully in for a good night of racing. Last week at Willow Springs provided some probably most hair-raising racing, but not only was it hair-raising, but it was also some great deal of certain talking points, because obviously building sandcastles was some of the people's strengths and weaknesses, should I say. But nevertheless, we got through the evening, quite an eventful evening, should I say. But it was absolutely epic to see most guys on track. We do have a newcomer into the league, but nevertheless, you know, we will move on from what happened at Willow Springs. It seems that a certain driver, I'm not going to name names, but obviously had a bit of an issue, should I say, with some of the cars that were on track, but nevertheless, you know, he's decided he's not going to be returning. So, you know, never mind, it is all good to see exactly what is going to happen for this evening here at Kyoto. It is quite a technical circuit by looking at the track map, and it is also going to be very close. We do have, obviously looking at the drivers at the moment, there is a few drivers out on circuit doing practice laps. Good evening, Dale. Thank you, mate. Hope you're okay. Hope things are going well, and you know, shame you're not taking part at the moment, but hopefully we get to see you back on track soon, my friend. But yes, we'll go through who's here and who isn't, and as per usual, and obviously we are looking forward to probably one of the craziest action-packed races here, because some of the corners here aren't really going to be what's the word? Going to be margin for error, should I say. Hopefully be back next week. No worries, mate. Anytime, you know that. It's going to be very great to see. It'd be great to see you back. So yes, we do have. Trying to figure out exactly what is going on with Michael Humphrey's car. I'm trying to figure out exactly what he said he was having, what he's going to show me, but at the moment I can't tell because he's in pit lane at the moment. So yes, we'll go through the field and we'll go through the points as well, and we'll also talk about what exactly happened at Willow Springs. It seems, you know, the sandcastles of Willow Springs, well, when I say sandcastles, obviously the sand seemed to be a bit of an issue for some of these guys. So we've got Nikolaj Stevanovic in the Mitsubishi Evolution, the Evo 10, the GR4 version. It seems he's currently enjoying his time. He's slowly adapting to it very shortly. You've got the Aussie Rooster in the Red Bull sponsored Subaru WRX, but not only is he in the Subaru, he actually sponsors the league with, I believe it is Wall Hill House, which, thank you for your kind sponsorship. It does mean a lot to us, and hopefully it is going to be put to good use. Hopefully the Subaru doesn't have any tyre issues. He seems to be having a bit of tyre problems late, but the number 7 Subaru WRX, it should be hopefully a bit more gentle around here. I know it's a bit difficult knowing who pushes what and who does what, but nevertheless the Rooster will try and push on. He's really struggling at the moment for his race results, but you know, we all do sometimes, but he will push on. Then you've got Nate Fletch, currently backup host for this evening. Nate has decided, or should I say volunteered, to take over hosting from Jamie Hillman. Jamie's actually away with work commitments, so he will not be making it this evening, which is going to be very difficult for Jamie to try and get some points from this evening, but hopefully he's back for the Nürburgring next week. But Nath has decided, you know, I'm going to take the reins for hosting this evening, so thank you so much, my mate. It is much appreciated. It saves me trying to deal with everything all in one go, but it's not really an issue if I had to anyway. But you know, it's nice to have a backup host. Then you got Michael Watts in the RAC sponsored WRX. Michael came in round number 2 at Suzuka, and he seems to be adapting very well with the Subaru at the moment. It seems it has to be quite a bit of a lot. Seems to be a bit of a mixture between certain things, but hopefully he will, emulate a couple of things. Then you got Brucey Collins in the Halfords Yuasa sponsored Hyundai Genesis. Currently, Brucey's had 1 win already at Autopolis, and it seems like he's from what he was telling me this afternoon, he's wanting quite some substantial amounts of points this evening. You know, he's wanting to try and emulate quite a lot of points from what he had at obviously Autopolis back at the start of the season. Then you got Neil Smale currently on his outlap, Scotsman. Always a pleasure to see Neil out on track. He got second at Autopolis in race number 2, which was actually his highest point scoring, well, podium, or should I say best finish of any Eldar Sim race he's done. He's always there about as well. He seems to be pushing that Megane V6 to the absolute limit. It seems that it adapts very well to his driving style and maybe his technique, but you know, it's one of them to yet again see exactly what's going to happen. Then you've got Michael Humphrey in the Toyota GT86, and he did say he had something planned, but maybe at the moment I'll try and pick out exactly what it is if we get a decent view. I can't really tell at the moment, so just give me 1 second. It looks like, I can't read it, he's going that quick. It says something on the side of my car, on his car. I'll ask him in a moment. But maybe he's going that quick, I can't read, so. It's going a bit slow at the moment, so whether that's so I can read what it says, but it does have my name on the car for some reason. I will ask him in a moment or two. But Bruno Bazooka, after taking a race win at basically Willow Springs last week, and also a win at Suzuka, and I think he did win at Autopolis in the opening round of the championship. It seems the Renault Megane V6 seems to be quite a lot of interest within that Portuguese machine. Then we have obviously Pete Jones making his series debut. So good evening, Pete. Welcome to Eldar Sim Racing, my friend. Hopefully you enjoy your time here. And you know, he's taken over from Rasmus Oberon, who was actually in this car last time out at Willow Springs, but there was a few issues within obviously Rasmus and a certain other driver. It seems that there was a lot of things, but yes, it is obviously. So Rasmus won't be returning into the series, which is a big shame, because it looked like he was going to be doing really well. But a few ifs and buts, shall we say? But hopefully it is okay. Good evening, Mr. Osler. Welcome. Thank you for joining in the commentary box, mate. Well, the comms box. Yeah, no worries, mate. That's fine. Not a problem. We don't start till 8 o'clock, mate, so you've got plenty of time. That's fine. Not a problem, mate. That's okay. I understand. Excuse me. But yes, you know, Rasmus was trying to obviously push his way, but it seemed that, you know, Nuno George, who's currently missing this evening due to work commitments, was having a bit of an issue thereabouts with each other. So, you know, that's what happened at Willow Springs. There was quite a few people within the championship battles at Willow Springs. It seemed it was opening up to be very close between quite a few drivers. We did have, obviously, the likes of, obviously, Sampa, who's currently on his way back from a golf tournament, which will be in here in the McDonald's Mustang. He took a race win, Bruno took a race win, and then Nuno took the final win of the championship. Hey Phil, how's it going? Welcome. And also evening to Nuno, evening my friend. Okay Martin, I will get onto it, mate. Give me a second, I'll drop him a message now, mate. Give me a sec. Thank you for letting me know, mate. Thank you. Where is he? He's there. Give me a sec, I'll do it on stream for you, mate. If I can spell. There you go, mate. Sorted. Couldn't spell. Never mind. I might have spelled it wrong, but don't worry, he'll accept you. I'm sure he will. But yes, Willow Springs provided some great entertainment. It seemed it. Well, seemed, not seemed. Get your English out there, Hopley. But yeah, but no, it seemed to be very tense, and it seemed to be a bit argy-bargy, and it was a few times that, you know, a couple of guys were building sandcastles, but it wasn't really an issue. But we'll see what we're going to happen. I'm going to try and find out exactly what it says on Mick Humphrey's Toyota GT 86. He seems to go very slow. I can't read ghosting. Why can't I? Got bad luck landscaping, so it might be interesting. Oh, you got bad back? Oh, I misread that. Oh, bless you, mate. I'm sure you'll be fine. Got faith in you. If it gets worse, mate, just let us know. It's not a problem. We understand. Let's see what Mick's got on his car then. It says my name, but I can't read exactly what it says. Maybe I need to ask him. Let's see what. Here we go. Nah, at least you don't need a bucket and spade. No, you're right, mate. Nah, at least you don't. You might have done, but luckily you don't. But it's a bit of a joke when I go around Willow Springs. It's because of the nature of the circuit. But yes, you know, it seems here at Kyoto it's going to be a little bit more better for you. But hopefully the guys are going to enjoy the racing. We are got WSR Korski, speaking of the devil. He is in the GoldenEye BMW M4 and the Vena Motor Oils machine. It is a very nice looking car, I must say. And we do have some quite interesting cars out on track. There is obviously going to be waiting for the Rooster to come back. He's just obviously resetting, which is fair enough because it's been on for a while, which, you know, fair play, that's probably a good idea because, you know, don't want any issues, but never mind. Hope everyone is okay though, you know. Welcome to the Eldar Sim if you've just tuned in, guys. Most people do tend to enjoy the streams. So you've got the legendary hoppers in the commentary box as per usual as a Friday night. I'm not here next week though, so you won't be having a live stream, I don't think, which is a bit unfortunate because I am on holiday. But nevertheless, I will be most likely going to be doing a lot re-live, so hopefully that will be done, and hopefully these guys put on a good show for the re-live at the Breed. Oh mate, that's really nice, mate, thank you. So it seems there's a nice message thanking me for doing the stream. That's really nice of you, mate, thank you. I wasn't expecting some really nice messages, but you know, it is really nice to see the guys really enjoy my stream. You know, I give up my free time to do this, and it is an absolute pleasure to do this. I enjoy it, even if my voice decides to disappear and goes elsewhere, because, you know, it's the joys of commentating. But yes, we are looking forward to an action-packed night of racing. So we've got the 2 Evolutions and a Lexus RCF, followed by a Hyundai Genesis. That's disguised as a Honda. I might just call it the Honda Genesis. But then I'm worried that Hyundai might come and find me and have a word with me. But no, joking apart, you know, he's in the Halvers Yuasa Hyundai Genesis. I nearly called it a Honda Civic FK8 then, but that's not on the game, which is a disappointment. Then you got Neil Smell, currently in his Renault Megane V6. He seems to be adapting really well with it though, which has really made me feel really impressed with him, and especially with his racing. So, you know, it's really good to see. Then you've got Pete Jones currently going through the chicane, probably the twisty part of the circuit, one of the probably late braking places. I'll go for a lap around here very shortly as well. I've never really raced around here much myself, although I have done maybe the odd 1 or 2 commentaries around here, so, you know, it'll be nice to see how well these guys go. Then you got Dewasa Corky, as I say, in the BMW, the M4. It's probably going to be the sole BMW M4 for this evening, as Nuno is missing, but nevertheless, hopefully he's back next week. It is a shame that he's not here though, because he is a quick racer, is Nuno, and he seems to put on a good show. And you got Michael Watts in the Subaru WRX, the RAC machine. Then you've got Michael Humphrey, I beg your pardon, in the Toyota GT86. One of the rare cars of this season. It's not really been used much, but it is a quite nippy thing. And then you've got Bruno Botica and the other V6 Megane, and then obviously Brucey Collins. Push triangle on controller, it zooms in. Does it? Give me a second then, mate. I'll have a look after, pal. Well, thank you for bearing that in mind for me, mate. I'll have a look. Oh, so it does. Nice one, mate, thank you. Ah, okay. That's really nice of you, mate. Thank you for putting a nice comment on the side of your car. I don't expect nice things like that, but, you know, really means a lot. You know, it seems to be the guys really appreciate my time, and, you know, it is nice to have that there, you know. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this, so, you know, I'd probably be on track with you guys racing. which probably would be scary. But yeah, means a lot, you know. He started me off crying now. But it's happy tears if I was. You know, it does mean a lot for me. So, what's going to happen in qualifying? We do have a 10-minute qualifying, then we do have 8 laps around here for race 1. Race 2 is also an 8-lap race, but it is a reverse grid but standing start, so whoever finishes last goes on to pole position. And then in race 3 it is another reverse, but this time it is a rolling start, and rolling starts do tend to spread the field out quite a bit, which some of the guys sometimes feel like it is a bit of a weird advantage. See, these guys are legends. You know, I think, you know, you've made me lose my words now, boys, thank you. But, you know, it's nice of you to be very kind. But, you know, what's going to happen? Oh, God. It's nice to see that these guys do appreciate my time, and you know, very kind of you guys, honestly. Also, I'm driving a Honda. Yes, mate, I know, but in all seriousness, I'll probably end up calling it a Honda because I'm used to it. Pop Motorsport, hello my friend, how's it going? Let's go, Nicholas Stevanovic. I can't pronounce his PSM, mate, that's too much for me. I can't pronounce that. I'm not being disrespectful, you know, my Serbian is bad, I do apologise. But yes, we got Nicholas Stevanovic, even though my controller flipped to someone else, because it does, but it won't for long. But thank you for tuning in, guys, it is much appreciated. Hopefully we have a good night of racing here at Kyoto. It seems the track at the moment will go on board with Nicholas Stevanovic going into the rough half of the circuit. Well, you could say, let's go Johnny. Okay, that might help me then. But yes, going into the final half of the lap, this is where it could be very tooth and nail for some of the guys, into a tight chicane. I actually did a lap round here yesterday, well, almost a lap, until I crashed off into the latter half of that chicane, not the one we've just gone through now. So into the side hairpin then to complete the lap. We'll try to see if he stays out, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So across the start finish line, just to start another lap. Looks like it's in the 141s at the moment. So into turn number 1, it is a tight and really wide corner. They don't really want to run onto the blue stuff, because that may deem track limits into the tight chicane here, into another one, which seems to be very long and narrow, down towards the hill section, where I don't think it's the steepest hill at the moment, into the braking zone. Currently into 4th gear then, which seems to be pushing quite a bit wide into a long left again, which seems to be quite going to be a famous overtaking maneuver. Now down to the hill, you may feel like you're going to be lifting off into the chicane of death, I'm going to call it, because it is kind of a chicane of death, because it's probably going to be where most of the cars are going to try and make their moves this evening. And then up the rise towards the long sweeping right, well, not a long sweeping right, into 35Rs, we're going to call this, probably for the radius, which is a tight left hairpin. Then obviously down another bit of a rise into a sweeping right chicane, into a chicane here, which seems to be a bit of a issue, but into 50R, then we'll call it 50R maybe, but into the final corner where most people may push on, and it may be a bit of an interesting style. So as we get in towards qualifying, as Brucey Collins drifts that Honda out of the last bend, I'm going to start saying Honda because it's what it's there for, but it's not a Honda, it's a Hyundai Genesis, but it's disguised as a Honda, so there we go. But yes, that was a lap of Kyoto. I hope you enjoyed the stream, guys. Please give us a like and subscribe to Eldar Sim. It will help us out a lot, especially people like myself doing commentary. Speaking of commentary, we do have GT Supercars also at the same track on this channel with the legendary host with the most, Malk. Malk is an absolute experienced commentator. I'm sure he will appreciate. So you got the best of both worlds. You got me, Hoppers, doing commentary for World Supercars, or you've got Malk doing commentary for the GT Supercars. It doesn't matter if you want to watch either, it is fine. I'm sure both will provide you with top class entertainment. So yes, what are we looking forward to this evening, and what are we expecting? Well, let me tell you this. I am looking forward to personally having a bit of banter with the guys, you know, because they do have a bit of things. What did you miss? Not a lot, mate. I was just doing a lap of Kyoto. Welcome, Peter. Thank you for joining in, mate. You've not missed much, mate. We're not starting as of yet. You know, we're just waiting for one other, I believe, to join the lobby. Who's that? Martin. Give me a second. So we'll see exactly what is going to... Give me a second, guys, I'm just in them. I'm just trying to sort something out for the lobby, so just give me a moment. That's okay, mate. It's understandable. It's fine. You didn't miss anything, mate. You're fine. You're all good. Welcome in, by the way. Someone's trained by Jason Plato. That makes me laugh every time. Any of your fans watching Rooster, there always is, mate. There always is. There's me as well. You know, is there a party chat on here? No idea, mate. Give me a second. Gonna make sure that everyone's gonna be ready for 8 PM for qualifying. It's nice to see that people are responding, but yes, guys, this is going to be a great night of racing. Right. Oh, Dale, do you have to wind him up? You know, but never mind, it's cool. It's fine. Yeah, no one's watching, mate. Yeah, of course they are. I'm watching. I'm one of your biggest fans, Rooster. You know that. You do a lot for me, mate, so, you know, I'll support you. Mind you, I support everyone in this league. He sat Pirelli and gone to Michelin. It's probably a wise decision, mate. Maybe Pirelli need to invest in more rubber, mate, because it seems. So it's going to be good. So we got 2 minutes to go till, well, 3 minutes maybe. So it's going to be great to see exactly what's going to happen. So Bazinga in the M&M sponsored why do you need my window wipers, mate? Well, why do you need them? Yeah, guys, just if you are watching the stream, please be kind to each other. You know, there is a new guy in the field. I'm sure if you're watching the stream, Pete, I'm sure the guys will be respectable. So don't stress, mate. It is fine. Welcome in, though. Hope you enjoy your time here. I need to catch up with the stream because it's a bit behind, so I can't tell if it's live or not. But yes, guys, it's going to be great. I can't wait to see how well everyone's going to do. It looks like Bruno Batica, though, setting the benchmark in that Bruno Megane with a 141.019, which seems to be very quick round here. From what I'm seeing, though, it's in some of the times are in the 141s, so it's going to be great to see exactly what is going to happen this evening. So hopefully we should be very good to go in a minute for the 10-minute qualifying. It looks like the McDonald's sponsor machine. Still making me hungry. Mind you, I did have a McDonald's today. But nevertheless, we will get going in a moment or two. Told you, mate, it was happy tears. It's not going to be that many tears, mate. So you don't need your wipers on. It's not raining. I like to have a bit of banter with the guys if you just joined. You know, I'm just going to make it a good thing. So hopefully we are ready to go for qualifying, and it will be a very, very much, hopefully, action-packed night of racing. So hopefully we are ready to go. There's no rush though. So we'll see exactly what's gonna happen. There we go. Excuse me. This is going to be great though. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in qualifying. So the time is at 0 seconds now. Let's adjust the quality of stream for a moment. It seems to have jumped down a frame rate on stream, but nevertheless, we'll just make sure everyone is out of pit lane. There will be a few, probably will stay behind for quite a moment or two, just to let the traffic clear, which is fair enough. Already Nicholas Stevanovic is right behind Dave Fletch. He's never got in the right gear or something. But yes, it is going to be great. Can't wait to see exactly what's going to happen. So Mick in his Toyota GT86, Lewis Corky, and then Samper, and of course Neil Smale will be the last to leave pit lane for qualifying. Not a problem though, totally understand that and totally respect that. It's just so that they avoid carnage into turn number 1. So Michael Watts then is leading the way for their outlaps. Seems to be going to see what happens, because the times look like it was a 1:41 in most of the field, so that's quite a good time. They've got Bruno Pasica followed by Bazinga. So that is Ian Vickers in the M&M sponsored Hyundai Genesis. Has already got a 1 second penalty though. That's going to hamper him. But then again, it is just an outlap, so it's not really going to be a major issue, but he will have to take that penalty. And just so the guys know, they got Nate Fletch followed by the Rooster, followed by Nicholas Stevanovic. Then obviously Brucey Collins and Michael Humphrey, followed by Martin Corcoran. Hopefully Martin can do a bit of a stellar job this time. He's not going to be got his bucket in spade. Then you obviously got Samper followed by Pete, and then obviously Neil Smale. But that is okay. The guys are now going to be starting their fast laps, so they may get 1 or 2 laps, maybe 3 round here, depending on how quick you get your car around here. It is a Titan, so it all depends on certain bits and pieces for these guys. It seems at the moment Michael Watts flinging that Subaru WRX. Whether he's going to feel at home in the car, it's yet to be seen, but flinging it into the tight left seems to be a bit of tight left, so we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Bruno Batica, currently I think he's actually championship leader, although there was a bit of a discussion after the race within the steward's office to find out why he slowed down and let his countryman Nuno George take the race victory in the final race at Big Willow. But hopefully, you know, it's just one of them and it's just how it is. But obviously it was a no-no, so the stewards decided to add a bit of time to his finishing position. So, you know, it's just how it is. So you've got Ian Vickers followed by the Rooster. The Rooster seems to be at the moment, whether he's comfortable within the Subaru WRX. Currently got his hazard lights on for some bizarre reason. No Fletch there. Did he run wide or did he have a bit of a penalty? He's yet to be seen, but nevertheless, still carrying on in that Lexus RCF, a beautiful liveried Lexus RCF, dare I ask. Michael Watts then with a 140, what did he do? 142.6, but then Bruno Batica beats him by roughly more than that with a 141.6. Bazinga goes a 143.6. Nicholas Stevanovic though in the Evolution 140.8. So time seems to be tumbling down. It seems Brucey Collins with that Hyundai Genesis, or the Honda Genesis, whatever you want to call it, 141.7, that puts him up into 3rd. Michael Humphrey then, Mick up into 4th with 142.030, which has pushed Michael Watts down to 5th and Bazinga down to 6th. Nate Fletch currently around. Samper goes 2nd though with a 141.0. Nate Fletcher currently purple in the back end section. Pete Jones then in 10th with a 146.006. You know, it's first time on his wheel, so fair play to him. Neil Smale up into 8th. What did he do? 143.9, so that's not too bad from the Scottish driver at the moment in his Scottish racing team. McGann V6. WSR Corky though, 146.040. It seems he's struggling a bit at the moment. And Rooster with 154.7. Maybe he just went a bit wide and just decided, you know, not to try and push on. It seems the the right front tyre at the moment, I beg your pardon, of the Subaru WRX seems to be a bit wary at the moment. Michael Watts with 141.9. So that puts him up into 5th. That knocks Mick down into 6th. So times are coming crumbling down. Bazinga with a 142. But that's allowed Nate Fletch up into 7th with a 142.05. Mick up into 5th then with a 141.9. Aussie Rooster 142.150, which puts him 8th. That's not bad. With 4 minutes to go in qualifying, it's not a bad lap time around here. Seems to be in the 140s, maybe 142s at the latest. A couple of guys going into pit lane, whether just to get a fresh pair of shoes on, which is not a problem. So I don't mean shoes that you wear on your feet, by the way, guys. I actually mean tyres. But yes, it looks like Bruno Patika still 3rd at the moment. Sumper coming out of pit lane in the Ford Mustang. Then a few guys go, probably quite a few bits of traffic there. But we'll see exactly what goes on for 3.5 minutes to go in qualifying for round number 4 of the Eldar Sim Wall Hill House, sponsored WTSC. When he said WTSC then, completely different championship. But yes, it is going to be close. We'll see exactly what is going to happen this evening. It seems a couple of guys that are on the outlaps may get another chance. It seems at the moment Brucey Collins will be the only guy from 4th place at the moment. Maybe he'll improve his lap time coming into the final turn in that Hyundai Genesis, of course. But it seems some of the guys are going to be pushing on. Nate Fletch just ahead of him, so what does he do? He goes across the line in a minute. 142 doesn't improve, sadly. Brucey Collins, though, up into 3rd with a 141.4. So that's quite a good lap time for the Hyundai driver, with a minute, 2 minutes and a half, 2.5 minutes to go. I believe Nate Fletcher's decided to go into pit lane and sit out for a couple of minutes. Maybe it's just fair enough, you know. Maybe a bit of a lap time there. So he's got Aussie Rooster also. So they obviously wanted to change tyres because it probably seems to be the best thing to do around here. But you've got Nikola Stevanovic, currently the Serbian, on top form. WSR Corky with a 145.3. Neil Smell with 143.1. Where has that put him on the grid? Where's that put them on the grid? 10th and 11th at the moment. So the McGann ahead of the BMW. And then obviously Pete Jones, who's new to the series. We'll give him a bit of nice airtime throughout the evening in the Pepsi Max Evolution. It's a nice addition to see you in here, mate. So 1.5 minutes to go in qualifying. It will be seeing what the guys are going to do. There's quite a few cars coming through the latter half of the lap now, so there's quite a few that are probably going to want to push on and try and get another lap before the timer runs out for qualifying. Brucey Collins, though, this guy is on a mission. Whether he's going to get pole position is yet to be seen. He's about to go through at the back end. Michael Watts just ahead of him. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be a 149.999, which seems to be a bit slower this time. It goes a bit wide into turn number 1. Maybe he's just outbraked himself. Sumper's still in 2nd then in that Ford Mustang. I know how the Mustang drives. I drove it somewhere else, and it's a nice car to drive. It can be twitchy though. but nevertheless we do have 30 seconds remaining of qualifying, so the guys that are on their last laps will be on their last laps now. The likes of Neil Smale and WTSC Corky, who gets a bit loose out of the final corner, and we'll see exactly what's going to happen. They're going to try and get another lap. Evening, Kim, how's it going? Thank you for joining the stream. So Neil Smale still 10th, WTSC Corky 12th now, because Pete Jones has done a 1:44.6. So qualifying now has ended, so everyone is roughly on their final laps. It did seem everyone actually crossed the line before the timer did stop, so that's quite good that everyone gets another crack. Brucey Collins coming a bit slow down the hill. Maybe it's just for a bit of interest for the Hyundai Genesis driver at the moment. Still third at the moment though, unless anyone beats his time, which can be, looks like there might have been a bit of an issue between Bruno and Mick. Mick was actually the first to finish, so actually no, he's still on there. It seems so. It seems he's a bit of contact between him and Bruno Batica, but that's not really an issue. It's only qualifying, but it looks like then that Nicholas Stevanovic will take pole position. Sumper with that 1.1 of a second penalty as he decided to drift. He's going through the latter half. Nate Fletcher with 141.6, Aussie Rooster 142.021. Brucey Collins will still finish third then. Sumper will be one of the last cars to finish. He's got Pete Jones and of course WTSC Corky ahead of him. As Corky goes a bit wide out the final turn. For some reason that final turn seems to be a bit of a pain, but Sumper gets that penalty taken, which would have probably hampered his position if he wasn't careful. But it looks like Nicholas Stevanovic followed by Sumper, and then Brucey Collins are your top three. Bruno Batica, Nate Fletcher, Mick and Michael Watts and Aussie Rooster and Bazinga are your next. And it seems to be we're going to be in some great bits of racing. Let's see what's going to happen then. A couple of guys flashing the lights, and Mick's got his wipers on. He doesn't need his wipers on, but you know, maybe it's just one of them at the moment. So it is Nicola followed by Sumper, followed by can't see the starting gantry from here, but nevertheless we will try and get ready for a decent night of racing. The first of 8 laps here at Kyoto. The revs are building as our minds. Nicholas Stevanovic looks like he's bogged down a bit, and it seems that Sumper takes the race lead in towards turn number 1. It seems Bruno Batica will try and push on as well. He's got Brucey Collins down in 4th, though Nate Fletcher runs a bit wide, which is like Michael Watts and the Rooster. The two Subarus versus the Lexus, and also the Hyundai Genesis. It seems a bit close for comfort going into this first chicane for the first time though, but we'll see exactly what's going on further around the lap. It looks like Michael Watts though pushing on. It looks like Brucey Collins is going to try and take third this time from Bruno Batica, it seems, but there's a lot of cars almost touch and go between the pair of them, all of them almost. Nate Fletcher goes a bit wide into the barrier, which seems to be a bit of a disappointment for him. He had a good qualifying pace going into that chicane now, the chicane of death, because it's gonna be opening up. It is gonna get a bit wide, but it seems to me there's a lot of battles galore at the moment. Aussie Rooster and Nate Fletcher side by side going up the right into the latter part. Then we're into the tight hairpin at the end of the almost the end of the lap. But it looks like Bruno Batica is still third at the moment. Neil Smale in 10th, followed by Neil Smale's in 10th, followed by Michael Humphrey ahead of him, followed by Pete Jones. He's got a bit sideways, maybe a bit of a issue with the wheel at the moment, but fair play, he's doing very well in 11th. WTSC Corky in 12th at the moment. But going back to the lead of the race then, it looks like Nicholas Stevanovic trying to put Sumper under a lot of considerable pressure as we're about to start lap number 2 out of 8. We're already near enough towards the bit of an easy overtaking manoeuvre for Nicolas Stevanovic, the Serbian. Got Bruno Batica up behind Sampa, so it could be a 3-car battle, maybe a 4-car battle going into the next chicane. Looks like Sampa's got that line covered, or has he? Nicolas Stevanovic gives him a bit of a touch going out of that chicane there. It seems that Bruno Batica's going to try and make it 3 wide, maybe 4 wide. Going into the long sweeping left is where the overtaking manoeuvres can happen. Michael Watts is also going to try and make it 5 cars wide into this battle. It seems Sampa gets that Mustang. Fletch goes into the barrier. Seems to not like that corner, the Lexus at the moment. But there's going to be 3 cars. Oh my goodness gracious, 3 cars into here. Isn't going to go. It seems that Bruno Batica and Brucey Collins, there's a bit of contact between the pair of them out of that chicane. That's delayed Michael Watts, but that's allowed the Rooster to get alongside these guys. It's almost 4 cars, maybe 5 cars into one corner. That is not going to go, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Nicolas Stevanovic gets the lead of the race though. Bruno's still holding on. Brazinga's also there. Aussie Rooster. It seems there's a lot of cars fighting for space at the moment. There is a lot of cars. Nicolas Stevanovic loses out. It seems a lot of cars are pushing and shoving at the moment though. It seems there's a lot. Nicolas Stevanovic is dropped down to 6th. It seems a lot of cars were battling. It almost seems what we're seeing here. And I'll tell you what, Neil Smale in 10th place, staying out of trouble. Pete Jones currently in 11th from WSR Corky does not like the last corner. He's down in 12th, unfortunately. Bruno Batica then, however, takes the race lead on lap number 3 with Sampa and the Rooster. They're almost side by side into the first chicane of the lap. It seems the Mustang has to have the legs. It's seriously been caught really napping the Rooster. He's going to try and dial up. He doesn't need to make any mistakes. He actually takes the lead from Bruno Batica with a stellar move before he gets to the sweeping left. It looks like Sampa's also going to try and go there. It looks like these guys are trying to push. It looks like Bruno Batica gets the race lead. I'm going to have to breathe in a minute. But it looks like Aussie Rooster versus Sampa, and of course Bruno Batica, Brucey Collins, Michael Watt into the side of Brazinga into that chicane. That's not going to work. 2 cars in one go may not work. Nicolas Stevanovic is the next car. They're trying to make it 3 wide as possible. Nate Fletch is also there. Also Mick Humphrey is also on the attack. 3 cars into this hairpin. Is it going to be nip and tuck? Is it? Oh, Nicolas Stevanovic just gets in front of Michael Watt. Brazinga also there. Nate Fletch in 8th place rather, with Mick Humphrey in 9th there. Hobbs the curb in that Toyota GT86. But looking at the timing screen, the Rooster is still in front. Neil Smale 10th, Pete Jones 11th, and we've lost by looks of it, lost Martin Corcoran from the race. So Aussie Rooster leads for another lap then, seems to be pushing that Subaru. It seems Sampa in 2nd, followed by Bruno Batica, Bruce Collins 4th, Nicolas Stevanovic and Brazinga, followed by Nate Fletch and Michael Watts and Michael Humphrey. This is where it's going to be tight, and it's going to be like a hammer to a nail. But it looks like at the moment though, Brucey Collins is putting Bruno Batica and Sampa under considerable amount of threat going down the rise towards the left hand bend. Seems the long left. Sampa's trying to get back past Bruno Batica. It seems what Aussie Rooster seems to want to win this race. He's got 4 laps to do it in, but it's going to be very close. We'll see exactly what's going to happen downhill. Brucey Collins still in 4th. Nicolas Stevanovic in Repsol sponsored Mitsubishi Evolution. Brazinga goes a bit rallycross in. Reed Jones almost takes Michael Watts out within, and Nate Fletch is also there. It looks like Mick Humphrey has got Brazinga all over the back of him. It seems the M&M sponsored Hyundai Genesis versus the Toyota GT86. This has been fantastic stuff between these guys, but you know, it's been a bit close for comfort. Nate Fletch and Michael Watts both hop in the curb. Nate Fletch goes into the wall and Brazinga almost follows him there. That's allowed Neil Smale to get up and close and personal nearly. It seems that Aussie Rooster though, looking at what's happening, Bruno Batica Oh, Bruno Boutique gets him. The Rooster, he can't blame tyre wear at the moment. He's got a bit of tyre wear on that right front, but that shouldn't be holding up. Bruno Boutique takes that race lead yet again, but he's right behind Bruno Boutique, the Red Bull sponsored WRX, it seems. And then you've got the evolution of Nicolas Stevanovic chasing down Samper, and then Brucey Collins doing exactly the same. There's a bit of a gap between Michael Humphrey and Michael Watts. The two Michaels seem to be battling now. Michael Watts in the RAC WRX, has he got his indicator on, or is it just the camera picking up a bit of glare? Michael Humphrey gets that move, he's actually got that move done. What a stellar move, it seems. But I'll tell you what, it is going to be close and personal. Going back up towards the front then, it looks like into the chicane. We've got Samper trying to hold off Nicolas Stevanovic, but at the same time trying to get that attack on the Aussie Rooster. Nicolas Stevanovic going alongside Samper's Mustang, the McDonald's Mustang, tries to get second place on Aussie Rooster. Is the Rooster going to literally switch back and defend that position? Yes, he is. It seems, but Nicolas Stevanovic in the Repsol Evolution trying to push on away from Brucey Collins. Michael Humphrey then 6th place, with Michael Watts in 7th, with Nate Fletch and of course Bazinga 8th and 9th, Neil Smell 10th, and of course Pete Jones in 11th at the moment. Hopefully he will pick up the pace. He's doing okay though in his debut. We're going back to start lap 6 out of 8 then, with 2 laps to go. After 2 laps to go, Bruno Boutique is edging out from Aussie Rooster. He wants to try and get away, but the Rooster, he's not going to give up. He may get his first podium of the season, with Samper and Nicolas Stevanovic also side by side into that chicane. It seems to be where things are going to hamper a lot of cars, but it seems so far so good. It seems we've got a bit of a nice battle between these 2-3 cars, because not only have we got Samper, Nicolas Stevanovic has got the Rooster. The Rooster's back down to 3rd. Nicolas Stevanovic will now want to get a mission and try and not literally to take out Bruno Boutique, but try and take out a race win. The Rooster into the chicane then, trying to put Nicolas Stevanovic under threat. Samper's doing exactly the same to the Rooster. He's almost pushing him up the hill then. Looks like the Mustang versus the Impreza seems to be a bit of a battles galore. Samper gets the attack done. The Rooster thinks, not on your life sunshine, I'm going to try and get the inside line for the next turn. It almost seems a bit of a touch and go between these guys, but Samper gets 3rd place. The Rooster back down to 4th, pushing. Bit of a push up to Samper then, but Samper seems to be defending. Seems to be pushing the Finnish superstar, trying to get into another place with a penultimate lap to go. It seems Brucey Collins still in 5th then, it seems. And it seems a lot of things ongoing. Michael Humphrey in 6th, Nate Fletch 7th, Michael Watts 8th, Bazinga and Neil Smell almost side by side into turn number 1. Bazinga 9th, with Neil Smell hunting him down in position 10, and Pete Jones in 11th at the moment. But Nicolas Stevanovic in 2nd place at the moment. It's going to be very close, because Samper is gaining onto him. We've almost got Aussie Rooster also joining. It seems Samper's going to try and make a move for 2nd place. He knows what he's got to do, but he's got to be careful, because any slight contact may allow the Rooster and of course Brucey Collins back alongside them. So down the hill to go towards the chicane of death. You know, it's the chicane of death because not many cars make it out alive here. Oh, Samper gets a bit crossed up. That's delayed Nicolas Stevanovic to try and get past him. It looks like Aussie Rooster though and Brucey Collins, they're going to try and go side by side into the hairpin here. It looks like the Rooster and Brucey are going to go side by side, it seems. Michael Humphrey though, you can just see him in his Toyota GT86, seems to want another couple of places, but it seems like Samper's trying to hold off Nicolas Stevanovic for quite some time now. It seems Brucey in 4th, Aussie Rooster 5th, Michael Humphrey 6th, Michael Watts 7th, Renee Fletch in 8th, Bazinga 9th, Neil Smell 10th, and Pete Jones 11th. At the moment, Fair Play still on the lead lap though, but the final lap is about to start, and Bruno Batica has that advantage, 3.1 of a second, made that 3.2, but Nicolas Stevanovic and Samper excuse me, and of course Brucey Collins. Now Brucey Collins is also joined the party. He's that guest that no one wants to be invited to, but it seems Nicolas Stevanovic holding on for 2nd place. It could be 3rd place for Brucey Collins, because Samper's got a 5/10 penalty. He clips too many curbs. He's going to have to seriously take that this evening. He's going to have to take that. Michael Humphrey runs a bit wide, but you know, it soon could be 4th for the Toyota GTX 6 driver. Yes, it is, because Michael Humphrey and the Rooster take advantage of Samper taking that penalty. Michael Watts, oh, it's almost no Fletch off at the chicane, with Bazinga joining in this battle. Neil Smell 10th and Pete Jones in 11th at the moment. But I'll tell you what, Nicolas Stevanovic pushing on. He's pushing on for 2nd. He's got to be careful, because Brucey Collins in that Hyundai Genesis, he's going to be pushing battles galore. It seems a bit of a momentum between these guys at the moment, it seems. But Bruno Batica coming through the final turn then to take what is another victory here of the Wall Hill House Eldar Sim WTSC. He seems to like his victories. He's doing very well at the moment, and he's actually taken race number 1. It looks like Nicolas Stevanovic versus Brucey Collins. Michael Humphrey will take 4th. Aussie Rooster, after leading quite a bit, finishes 5th. He'll be happy with that. Samper 6th, Michael Watts 7th, Bazinga 8th, Nate Fletch 9th, Neil Smale 10th, and Pete Jones in 11th. I'll tell you what, fair play to Pete. He's on a wheel, first time racing with it, and he's doing an absolute fantastic job. I do apologise if my voice seems to be going a bit, guys, but yes, we will get the race results and we will get the replay, and then we'll have to see if WSR Corky is going to come back. So Bruno Batica takes a astounding victory in the race number 1, with Nicolas Stevanovic behind him, chasing him all the way. Brucey Collins takes 3rd in that Hyundai Genesis, or the Honda Genesis. And then you've got Michael Humphrey in 4th, followed by Aussie Rooster, Samper 6th, Michael Watts in 7th, followed by Bazinga, followed by Neil Fletch, followed by Neil Smell and Peter Jones in 11th. Sadly, WSR Corky did not finish, and it looks like Michael Humphrey actually got the fastest lap with 1:41.7 on lap number 5. So it is going to be a very close race. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the next one. Just bear with me 1 second. Sorry about that, guys, I'm just helping Nath out a moment. So we're going to see what exactly race 2 is going to happen. Race 2 is going to be an epic race. Hopefully it is good as race number 1. So yes, we'll see exactly what race number 2 is going to do. It seems like there's a lot of battles galore in that race. It seems that a lot of battles galore, but we'll see exactly what race number 2 is going to bring in around 2 minutes time. So I'm going to be back in a moment. So how's everyone doing? Hopefully race 2 is going to be fantastic. Hello Ishmael, sorry I didn't realise you commented, mate. Welcome to the stream. So we'll see if everyone is going to be ready to go. It looks like the sun is out. And answer to your question, Rooster, I unfortunately need my sunglasses to see, mate. So you won't want to borrow mine. But hopefully we should be good to go for race number 2. It is a reverse grid, so Pete Jones will be on the back of the tail of the field. I don't think WSR Corky's coming back. I think he's in a bit of pain at the moment, but we'll soon find out. I'll just double check for a moment. So Pete versus Neil Smale then, versus Nate Fletch and Bazinga, then Michael Watts, Sampa, Aussie Brewster, Michael Humphrey, and of course Bruno Batica, Nicolas Ivanovic, and of course Brucey Collins at the tail of the field. We are getting ready for another 8-lap encounter here at Kyoto. The revs are building, my voice is going to go into overdrive. Let's see who gets a good start into turn number 1. It looks like Neil Smale has a good jump there. Looks like Bazinga tries to split quite a few drivers. He's up into second. Michael Watts then with, of course, Samper and of course Aussie Rooster and of course Nate Fletch. It seems Mick Humphrey is almost at tailfield with Brucey Collins though, but we're about to go in towards the first chicane with Neil Smale and Ian Vickers almost side by side going into the hairpin for the first time. Then Michael Watts seems to be going a long way round at the moment, it seems. Bazinga goes off track with contact with Neil Smale there. Rejoins in front of Samper. Samper's not going to like that. Nate Fletch also there. There's going to be a lot of braking into that chicane. Neil Smale goes rally crossing, still manages to stay in first place at the moment though. Samper in second. No, he's not. He's now in the race lead with Neil Smale and Bazinga. They've both got 5/10 penalties because of cutting the course there. They're going to have to take them. Nate Fletch gets a bit crossed up with Michael Watts. It seems a bit argy-bargy into that hairpin. It seems that, looking at what I'm seeing, Michael Humphrey and Brucey Collins though, 10th and 11th. These guys are battling. Pete Jones currently 9th then on his debut. It looks like Bazinga gets a bit crossed up. So it seems a lot of guys are getting a bit crossed up with Samper in first place. Wasn't happy with that track limit abuse penalty in race number 1. But you know, it is part of the racing. It has to, unfortunately, it doesn't always go your way. Aussie Rooster 3rd though so far. Lap number 1 ticked off onto lap number 4. Michael Watts 4th. Bruno Batika 5th. Looks like Nate Fletch and Pete Jones actually up into 7th. So he's doing better this time around. He's got Nate Fletch trying to chase after Nate Fletch with Neil Smale 8th. Brucey Collins in 9th, followed by Bazinga and Michael Humphrey 11th. At the moment it looks like Samper trying to escape from Nicholas Stevanovic. This is where some of the gaps are quite spread out at the moment then, with Michael Watt in 4th though, the RACWRX trying to push on with Bruno Batika in 5th then. Nate Fletch there with Pete in 7th, Neil Smale in 8th, Brucey Collins 9th, Bazinga and Mick also in this battle. There's quite a few cars at the moment going towards the hairpin. I thought we were going to the chicane but going downhill. Brucey Collins on the long side of Neil Smale. Neil Smale gets a bit crossed up. There's a bit of contact between the pair of them, which pushes Brucey Collins down into 11th. I don't think he's going to like that. Neil Smale seems to be pushing quite a bit. You know, he's trying to push on Mick and Bazinga. Bazinga's trying to push on to Michael Humphrey. It seems Michael Humphrey's going to have to try and defend like mad up in towards the latter half of the lap then. Mick goes 8th into Pete Jones in 7th though. So far so good, keeping it on the black stuff. Michael Watts in 6th, Nate Fletch 5th, Bruno Batika currently in 4th with Aussie Rooster 3rd with Nicholas Stevanovic, wanting to try and line up Samper for exactly first place at the moment. It seems Samper's going to try and get this move done, whether he does or not. Rooster in the 3rd with Bruno Batika 4th, Nate Fletch 6th, Nate Fletch 5th, Michael Watts 6th, Pete and of course Mick almost side by side into the first chicane on lap 3 out of 8 then. So we've got a handful of laps still to go with Pete in 7th, Michael Humphrey trying to take that 7th place from Pete at the moment. Pete seems to, he's taking it steady. I know he's on a wheel, which is fair enough. You know, he's going to take him a bit to get used to, but 8th place is good enough at the moment. Bazinga in 9th, and of course Neil Smale 10th at the moment. Brucey Collins sadly at the tail of the field. Obviously Martin Corcoran's got a back injury at the moment, so he's not taking part in the remainder of the evening, which is okay, fair enough. Neil Smale tries to get close and personal to Pete. Pete needs to push on quite a bit, which he is doing, which is fair enough. You can just see trying to escape. He's got Michael Humphrey chasing. He's chasing down Michael Humphrey. He's actually trying to make a move. Neil Smale goes for that move, bit too deep into that hairpin, which almost pushes Pete a bit wide there. Don't know whether Neil Smell's had a bit of a tough time at the moment, but he seems to be pushing. It seems to be a bit that began. He's gone off there. That's allowed Pete to come alongside him, and Bazinga also gets in. Brucey Collins is also there. Neil Smell tries to go back on that side. He's almost neck and neck with Pete there out of the final turn. It almost seems Neil Smell at the tail of the field with Brucey Collins and of course Pete side by side. It seems there's a lot of argy-bargy, but we'll see what's going on up the front. And we've got the Rooster back down to 4th. Nicholas Ivanovic, like, we didn't see this coming, but he's actually in the lead of the race. This is fantastic stuff from everyone this evening. It seems there is a lot of battles galore. Sampers trying to push Nicholas Ivanovic up the hill, saying, come on mate, I want another race win. You need to not let me, you need to not have a race win, but that's probably not going to be possible. Bruno Batica 3rd then, with Aussie Rooster 4th, Nate Fletch 5th, Michael Watts 6th, Mick in 7th, Brucey Collins and Bazinga, the Hyundai Genesis, both of them side by side almost. They're about to go into the chicane with Neil Smale almost chasing them down. Seems Neil Smale on the attack with Bazinga. He gets past Bazinga, but he's got to try and slow it down. It's not going to be easy if you don't slow it down. And poor old Pete with a 1/10 of a penalty, you know, he will have to take that, but fair play. He's still learning, he's still racing. Fair play to him, you know. Bazinga gets a bit crossed up out of the hairpin there. Neil Smell into 9th then with Brucey Collins in 8th, followed by Michael Humphrey and Michael Watts now 6th and 7th respectively. Nate Fletch 5th. Aussie Rooster tries to push on for 4th, Bruno Batica 4th, Sampa still trying to get that Mustang on lap number 5 out of 8 then, with 3 laps to go in the second race here at Kyoto. It seems that Sampa's going to try and push on. He wants another race win, he wants to try and get past, but Nicholas Ivanovic is saying, not on your life, sunshine. I want to take a victory. You've had victories, I want one. Bruno Batica still in 3rd place then. The Rooster still 4th. Sampers all over the back of that Repsol sponsored Evolution. No Fletch 5th. See Michael 6th and 7th. Brucey Collins in 8th with Neil Smale and Bazinga. Bazinga's trying to take another attack to Neil Smale. These two had a bit of history at Big Willow last time out. Whether hopefully it does not repeat itself, but Neil Smale pushing on. It seems that Bazinga's going to try and overtake him, it seems, but Pete Jones in 11th at the moment. Fair play to him, he's not giving up, he's still on the lead lap, still getting used to his wheel, which is fair enough. It must be a bit of a moment there. Sampa in 2nd with Nicholas Ivanovic still leading the race. Bruno Batica though, this guy is on top form, he is gaining on Sampa. Sampa knows this, but Aussie Rooster in 4th then, Nate Fletch 5th, Michael Watts 6th, Nate Fletch in 5th, Michael Watts 6th, Michael Humphrey though, the chrome and black machine out of that hairpin, trying to get a good run. Bazinga has got Neil Smale, but he's got a 9/10 of a penalty. That is gonna hurt him. He's gonna have to seriously take that. If he doesn't take it, it will go against his lap time. But he gets going again, he will chase after Neil Smale and Pete Jones in 11th. Fair play to him, he's still on the lead lap though, with 2 laps to go in this race. Bruno Batica's up to 2nd, we did not see that coming. Bruno Batica is probably would be pushing on now. Sampa's trying to push that Mustang back to where he wants to be. The Rooster in 4th then, followed by Nate Fletch, Michael Humphrey, Michael Watts in 6th though, and Michael Humphrey 7th. Oh, Michael Watts goes a bit wide, the RAC WRX seems to be pushing on quite a bit, but we're going in towards the chicane, and the chicane is going to be lightning quick. Michael Humphrey gets a good line out of there, right on Michael Watts' tail. Brucey Collins and Neil Smale trying to escape from Bazinga at the moment. Bazinga seems to be putting a lot of tyre wear onto that Hyundai Genesis. Pete Jones still in 11th though, doing a fabulous job. It looks like Nicolas Stevanovic though, 0.4 of a second from this guy Bruno Batica. Bruno seems to be pushing, well not pushing, but you know, pushing the limit of that Megane V6. He's going to try and get the line into the final corner. He's got the run down the start finish line. He's right up behind Nicolas Stevanovic. You can just see him just about. You can just see, is he going to make the move into turn number 1 with only the penultimate lap? This is the penultimate lap. Excuse me, with 1 lap to go. This could be very close in Eldar Sim history. It could be a dead heat, but there's only 1 lap to go after this. Bruno Batica gets that line, almost pushes Nicolas Stevanovic out to dry, but he's actually got that line very nailed up. Nicolas Stevanovic will have to settle for second unless he thinks of a plan. Sampers there in 3rd, Rooster 4th, Dave Fletch 5th. Michael Humphrey now has got past Michael Watts for 6th place. The two Michaels, they're going to try and battle. Michael Watts thinks about going on the attack. Seems to substitute WRX versus the Toyota GT86. They almost touch into that hairpin. This is where it's going to be launching the attack, it seems. But going into that chicane, we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Michael Watts has that inside line into the chicane. Michael Humphrey will think about it, but Michael Watts gets him into the chicane. It goes for the penultimate time. Brucey Collins seems to be trying to nail up Neil Smell 9th, followed by Pete Jones in 10th with Bazinga in 11th. Don't know what's happened to Bazinga there. He seems to be having a bit of a problem there with that Hyundai Genesis, whether he made a mistake or a bit of help. That's put him down to the tail of the field. It almost seems that Nicolas Stevanovic will have to settle maybe for 3rd, because looking at Samper's looking very racy excuse me, at the moment. But it looks like going on to the final lap, Samper is all over the back of Nicolas Stevanovic. The Rooster 4th, Dave Fletch 5th, Michael Watts in 6th with Brucey Collins. Brucey Collins has got past Michael Humphrey, but Brucey's on the attack for 6th place, trying to get past Michael Watts, I beg your pardon. But Michael Humphrey's also there. Brucey gives Michael Watts a bit of a tap, whether that was due to Michael Watts having a bit of an issue. Brucey Collins dropped down to 8th, Neil Smale 9th, Pete Jones 11th, and of course Bazinga 11th at the moment. Bruno Batica though, however, still leading the race 2 seconds ahead of Nicolas Stevanovic and Samper. They both go rally crossing out of that corner. We'll see if we can pick it up, but it seems like Nicolas Stevanovic goes on the attack. They both run wide though, they both run wide, but Samper has that penalty, the 5/10 penalty. He's not going to like that, because he wasn't happy about it in race number 1. Aussie Rooster 4th, Dave Fletch in 5th place, followed by Michael Watts, Michael Humphrey and Brucey Collins. They're battling for 7th and 8th at the moment, it seems. Michael Watts, has he had a problem, or has he just slowed down? But he's gifted 6th place to Brucey Collins with Michael Humphrey in 7th. But I tell you what, we're going to have to try and go back to the battle in a moment. But Bruno Batica at the moment though, coming through the final turn to take another victory in the race number 2, and it seems Samper is going to be very annoyed. He's going to be very frustrated. He's obviously pushing on. He's taking that penalty. He's taking it too late though. But he's he's actually still finished 3rd, but it looked like he was taking it a bit too late. Rooster 4th, Nate Fletch 5th, Brucey Collins 6th, Michael Humphrey 7th, Michael Watts in 8th, followed by Neil Smale in 9th. Pete Jones though in 10th place on his debut, a massive improvement. I know it's only 1 place, but you know, he's on the wheel, and I'm gonna give him his due. He's going to finish 10th place, and that will give him another grid front row start for race number 2. And then Bazinga on the final lap. I don't know exactly what's happened with Bazinga, but he finished 11th, and that was a bit unfortunate. Some of the racing was a bit argy-bargy, but there's quite a few guys with a couple of penalties that, you know, seem to be pushing But Bruno Batica, this guy is unstoppable at the moment. He gets the fastest lap as well. I'll tell you what, it is going to be probably one of the closest racing ever. But I'll tell you what, we'll go through the race results very shortly, and we will go through exactly what's going to happen for race number 3 in a moment or two. But Bruno Batica takes the race win as well as the fastest lap, with Nicolas Stevanovic in second, followed by Sampa in third, Aussie Rooster fourth, with Nate Fletch fifth, Brucey Collins sixth, Michael Humphrey and Michael Watts seventh, eighth. Then you got Neil Smale ninth, Pete Jones in 10th, followed by Bazinga in 11th. Fastest lap went to Bruno Batica with a 141.1 on lap number 3, and it's going to be very close to see exactly what is going to happen for race number 3. And I'll tell you what, it is going to be close. So it is going to be probably very close to see exactly what's going to happen for, for this evening. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. In around a couple of minutes time, I'm going to quickly get a drink because I can feel my voice about to probably disappear into thin air. Someone dreams about a McGann. Poor Rooster, I feel sorry for him. I really do. But we'll see what's going to happen in race number 3 for the final race of the evening. It is a rolling start. Excuse me. Hey, how's it going? So we'll see what's going to happen for the final race of the evening. Seems to be very close proximity racing this evening. It seems to be very interesting to see what's going to happen in this final race of the night, it seems. But hopefully we are going to be very good to go and we'll see exactly what's going to happen for the last race of the evening. wait for the Rooster because he needs to nip to the gentleman's area. That's fine, we can wait. There's no rush. Gives the guys a bit of an extra lap or so for practice for the final race of the evening. It seems to be, though, this circuit seems to be providing quite a lot of entertainment, though. So it's going to be amazing to see what the guys are going to do. So we'll see exactly. No idea what they're on about in-game chat at the moment. It seems a bit weird, but you know. But nevertheless, they've actually, from what I'm hearing, though, tyres are going by lap 4 on the Subaru. That's kind of what is probably going to happen. But who knows what's going to go on this evening for race number 3. So we'll just wait for the Rooster to come back, and then we'll get race number 3 on the way. Could get me words out then. But yes, it seems to be very close. But let's wait for the Rooster to come back. Don't know whether he's entered the lobby yet. He's typing something now at the moment. So we'll wait and see. He's probably going to thank me for waiting, but it's okay, it's fine, it's what, you know, we don't mind waiting. As I say, I've got all the time in the world. But yes, it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Cool, he's ready. Oh, you don't want to spin into that, mate. You don't want to do that in the race either. That's going to hurt. Let's go. So let's see what happens for the final race of the evening then. It's going to be very close because it is a rolling start. And, you know, I wonder how Pete is going to deal with a rolling start, especially that he's on his wheel. But it's going to be a good race for him. Hopefully, you know, he pushes on quite a bit, and we'll see what happens. Neil Smell is alongside. Oh, Bazinga is actually, yes, it was Bazinga that finished 11th, so I beg your pardon, I got the grid completely wrong. But Bazinga from Pete, followed by Neil Smell, then Michael Watts, Michael Humphrey, Brucey Collins, Nate Fletch, Aussie Rooster, Samper, and of course Nicolas Stevanovic and Bruno Batica at the tail of the field. So let's see what's going to happen for the final race of the evening, the WTSC, brought to you by World Hill House in association with Eldar Racing, and we are good to go for the final race here at Kyoto for round number 4. It seems that Bazinga gets a good jump off the rolling start. Then Pete Jones already in second with Neil Smell chasing him down, though. That Renault Megane seems to have the traction off the start, though it seems, but there is a lot of battles galore, maybe a lot of battles galore. No Fletch in 7th, Aussie Rooster 8th, Samper 9th, Bruno Batica though, however, back up into 10th already with Bazinga there. Pete alongside Neil Smell. Neil Smell's going to try and get him into the hairpin, the tight hairpin for the first time. No, he's on the attack already. It looks like that Michael Watts, Michael Humphrey also, and Brucey Collins. Pete gets a bit crossed up. That's allowed Neil Smell to go in second in towards the chicane. No, we go for the first time. That's allowed Bazinga to break away. Michael Humphrey, oh, it broke a bit late. That's pushed Pete a bit wide. Michael Humphrey, of Michael Watts, beg your pardon, has to take avoiding action. Nate Fletch and of course Michael Humphrey though side by side. Pete into 5th though, he will push on, he'll try getting back up the order. I'm sure he will. He's already on the attack from Samper. Samper gets a bit hung out to try Neil Smale though. However, what has happened to Neil? Because can we see going into the hairpin then. Was it a bit of a move, or was it just him running wide? I ran a bit wide by looks of it, so that's dropped him down to 9th. Bruno Batica up into 7th, Samper 5th, Michael Watts 4th, and Dave Fletch 3rd, Brucey Collins up into 7th, that's 2nd. Bazinga leads the race then on the first lap with Brucey Collins 2nd, Dave Fletch 3rd, soon to be 2nd if he's careful. He's got that overlap. Michael Watts in 4th, Samper 5th. Aussie Rooster currently trying to put Bruno Batica race 1 and 2 winner under threat. It seems Neil Smell also there, Michael Humphrey also alongside Nicholas Ivanovic, and then of course Pete Jones at the tail of the field. But Bazinga's trying to push on, trying to get that Hyundai Genesis, the M&M's Genesis, away from the rest. Brucey Collins though still in 2nd with no Fletch, and then obviously Michael Watt and Samper, and then Aussie Rooster. It seems Nicholas Ivanovic and Neil Smell side by side. Neil Smell maybe pushing on for a decent result. It's about to go into the chicane now. It looks like they're going to be battling galore into this maneuver. It seems Bruno Batica is going to try and push that Renault Megane up in towards top end of the field. Sample tries to go on Michael Watts' inside, which he does. That's allowed Michael Watts will drop Michael Watts down to 5th, which has got the Rooster in the similar machine behind him. Nate Fletcher still trying to put on pressure with Brucey Collins. Oh, Brucey's got sideways. He's almost snaked it out of that chicane there. Into the final corner we go to start lap number 3 though. It looks like Brucey Collins still holding on for dear life. Samper and Aussie Rooster now 5th. Bruno Batica 6th though. Michael Watts and Michael Humphrey 6th, 7th and 8th. Nicholas Ivanovic in 9th with Neil Smell 10th and Pete in 11th. But fair play, the Rooster is under attack from Bruno Batica, race 1 and 2 winner, currently still pushing on quite a bit, it seems. Samper in 4th though, Nate Fletch still 3rd, holding on, trying to get up to Brucey Collins. Brucey Collins in the Hyundai Genesis, the Honda Genesis as he wants me to call it, currently pushing on into a long sweeping left on lap 3 out of 8 then for the final race of the evening. Bazinga though still leading the race though, obviously has that Hyundai dialed up now. They're about to go towards the chicane though. This is where it could be tooth and nail, especially with cars like Bruno Batica's Megane V6 with the Rooster behind him in the Subaru WRX. And of course Michael Humphrey and Michael Watts there having a bit of a battle. Nicholas Ivanovic also there. Neil Smell's trying to catch up to them as well. It looks like though Bruno Batica alongside the Rooster. The Rooster's got overtaken by the Megane yet again. He's probably thinking not on your life sunshine, but you know, seems to be pushing on. The Rooster seems to be there. With the Rooster clipping the curb, he's gone a bit wide with Michael Watts chasing him, Nicholas Ivanovic and of course Michael Humphrey trying to battle against Michael Watts. Michael Watts gets a bit deep, maybe he locks up a break into the final turn though. But Michael Watts still in 8th, then Michael Humphrey 9th, Neil Smale in 10th and Pete in 11th. Pete seems to be just getting adapted to his wheel. Brucey Collins still in 2nd place, trying to chase down Bazinga. The gap's coming down between Bazinga and Brucey at the moment. Brucey's trying to get another win off the season. However, Nate Fletch is going to try and push on and get another, maybe get his first podium of the season. Samper 4th then, trying to push on. Bruno Batica still there. Nicholas Ivanovic up into 7th with Michael Watts on the attack. The two orange cars side by side almost. Nicholas Ivanovic tries to tuck back in front of Michael Watts. Michael Humphrey, however, the Toyota GT86 seems to be pushing quite a bit, it seems. But they're going to be battling, they're going to hopefully try not to squabble into the chicane, which has seen so many incidences in the first 2 races. Neil Smale though in 10th, followed by Pete in 11th. Bazinga, the gap's come down between him and Brucey Collins. Maybe the Hyundais are trying to work together. Maybe they can do. Maybe it'd be interesting to see exactly what they're going to do. Nate Fletch still in 3rd though. Samper 4th. Bruno Bazinga still 5th. Rooster 6th. Nicholas Stevanovic in 7th. And of course, you've got Michael Humphrey and Michael Watts 8th and 9th. Neil Smale 10th. And Pete in 11th. Fair play. Bazinga though under threat from Brucey Collins on to lap 5 out of 8. Then we're not even far away from the checkered flag now, it seems, but we are having an absolute fantastic battle of races this evening. Some of the races have been very close and probably a bit personal, but Brucey Collins, you can just see the Hyundai Genesis taking the M&M's Genesis a lot of pressure. Seems they're going to try and work together into the hairpin, the long sweeping hairpin, it seems. But Bazinga's going to try and hold off Brucey Collins for what looks like a victory if he's not careful. Nate Fletch still in 3rd though, but Brucey's going to try and get the move done on Bazinga going into the chicane. Is he going to get it done? Yes, he is. Bazinga's trying to tuck right behind him, so the two Genesis, they're equally matched. They're the same car though, but they're also trying to push on to the 66 machine versus, trying to figure out what number that is versus, I don't think he has a number. It is actually the 88. Couldn't see whether he had their number on the side. Nate Fletch still doing a fabulous job in 3rd place, but Bruno Bazinga's up into 4th. Bruno could get a race win here. He could take 3 from 3 this evening if he gets it together. Nate Fletch runs a bit wide out of that bend, and it looks like Nicholas Stevanovic still in 6th, Rooster 7th, Michael Humphrey 8th, Michael Watts 9th, Neil Smale in 10th, and of course Pete Jones in 11th. Fair play, he's not put a foot wrong this evening. He's done a fabulous job getting used to his wheel, and obviously he will improve, I'm sure. Brucey Collins with 2 laps to go, still holding off Bazinga. Nate Fletch though still doing a stellar job in 3rd place at the moment, trying to push on with Bruno Bazinga in 4th then, with Samper 5th, Nicholas Stevanovic and Rooster 6th and 7th, Michael Humphrey, Michael Watts 8th and 9th, followed by Neil Smale and of course Pete in 11th. But we've only got 2 laps to go in this race, the last race of the evening, and it's going to be very close for these guys. Brucey Collins though, excuse me, 0.7 from Bazinga. Bazinga's trying to push on. He knows exactly what's going to happen, but what is happening for 3rd place? Bruno Bazinga is putting Nate Fletch under considerable amount of threat going into the chicane. It seems that McGann is working its tyres, Nate Fletch's tyres on that Lexus, the LCF. Bazinga's got the race lead by the looks of it, or has he? He's trying to go on the attack. Bruno's going on the attack of the Lexus though. He's got 3rd place from Nate Fletch. Nate Fletch thinks, oh mate, what have I got to do to get a podium? But fair play, you can just see them going hammer and tong, tooth and nail. It seems that the racing is fantastic. Brucey Collins though still leading the race though, trying to put the problem is I think Bruno Bazinga is going to want to get these guys before the race is over. Samper in 5th then, with Nicholas Stevanovic trying to push on for 5th place. Michael Humphrey in 7th with the Rooster chasing down Michael Watts in 9th, with Neil Smale 11th and Pete Jones in 11th at the moment. But at the moment you can hear that V6 and again you can just see it with the penultimate. We're on the penultimate lap of the last race of the evening of round number 4 here at Kyoto for the WTSC, brought to you by Wall Hill House and brought to you by Eldar Racing. Bruno Bazinga, this guy is unstoppable. He is going to go for a move. I think he's going to go for a move down into the chicane like he has tried all evening. He's got Bazinga lined up. It looks like it, but at the moment, looking at what's happening, Bruno Bazinga, he is on course. Brucey was a bit slow there. That's allowed Bazinga to take the race lead, but that is also going to allow Bruno to try and come back and fight. He's almost on the inside. He's going to have the inside line for the chicane. Is he, or is Bazinga going to hold off Brucey Collins and Bruno Batika? It seems Bruno's already got the fastest lap. He's almost there. Is he going to try and take a famous victory? You know, this could be, Naflix gets a bit crossed up, we'll try and join this battle. It could be 3 cars wide. Bazinga goes on that attack, but he's got to concede. Bazinga's there, Brucey Collins, they're going to try and make it 3 wide. This could be a nice battle for the last lap. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. Brucey Collins is on that side, Bruno Batika is also there. But this is where it's going to be almost a battle for the top 3. I'll try and go through what's happening further back in a moment or two. But this is where Brucey Collins, Bazinga also gets there. Bruno's all up in second. These guys are going to be battled. These 3 are trying to battle for the race lead. They're almost probably going to give me a heart attack. I'll tell you what is going to happen. Not literally give me a heart attack, but you know, the amount of excitement. This is going to be close. Bazinga goes one way, Bruno's the other. Brucey in the middle. Bruno's getting past almost, is he? Oh my goodness, 3 cars, these 3. Oh my goodness. This is fantastic. They're going to be trying to go 3 wide into this chicane. Please keep it clean, guys. Please keep it clean. Bazinga's still there, but he's got Bruno for second. Brucey Collins is still there in first place. Bruno in second at the moment. Bazinga third. Naflix fourth. Nicola fifth. Followed by Mick. Followed by Sampa, Michael Watts, Aussie Rooster, Neil Smell and Pete Jones. But what is happening? Is Bruno going to try and take the race lead? He's got to do it now or never. Brucey Collins, though, however, is going to be pushing on for another victory of the season. But Bruno Batika, this guy knows how to race. He's got to now try and make the move. Brucey Collins runs wide out of the final turn. Now to allow Bruno Batika to take the race lead. They're going to be taking it side by side across the line. This is going to be fantastic. Bruno Batika, though, oh my goodness, he takes another win. Oh my days. I'll tell you what a victory. Brucey Collins second, with Bazinga third, Naflix fourth. Nicolas Stevanovic, they were almost a dead heat for 4th and 5th. Michael Humphrey 6th, Sumper 7th, Michael Watts 8th, Aussie Rooster 9th, Neil Smell 10th, and Pete Jones coming across the line to take 11th. I'll tell you what, my voice is definitely going. But this is why the racing is fantastic. But I'll tell you what, Bruno Batika, oh my goodness. The guy's unstoppable. He is takes a triple win this evening. What an absolute legend. And it seems excuse me. And it seems like it has been an absolute epic night of racing for the Wall Hill House Eldar Sim WTSC. I'll tell you what, Bruno Batika take a bow. First time 3 races in a row. What a stellar drive from the Portuguese driver in the Renault Megane, followed by Brucey Collins. Bazinga in third comes home and takes a podium. Naflix fourth, Nicolas Stevanovic in fifth, followed by Michael Humphrey, followed by Sumper, Michael Watts, Aussie Rooster, and then Neil Smale, and of course Pete Jones in 11th. Bruno Batika, though, gets the fastest lap on lap number 5 with 141.087. Oh my goodness, what a race. Great racing. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Dale. That is exactly great racing, mate. You know, it is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see what is going to happen next week at the Nürburgring. Sadly, I am not there though, but I'm hoping the guys will put on a good show when it's going to be an absolute super race. I'm a bit disappointed that I'm not going to be there, but I tell you what, if the racing's anything like tonight, you guys are going to be in for a treat when it gets to a relive. So until 2 weeks time, guys, I'll be in the commentary box as of Monday for the new GR3 Championship, and then also the Shell Lawman British Touring Cars as of Wednesday, and then I will be back as of 2 weeks today, when it will be round number 6 of the championship. So hopefully the racing is good as of next week, and then I will be seeing you guys in a couple of weeks. So until then, guys, thank you for tuning in. I've been Hoppers for Eldar Sim Racing, and my voice is about to go. Take care, have a good weekend, and most of all, as per usual, like and subscribe please, guys, if you like the racing. So until then, guys, take care. Ta-ra.